I just want you guys to see that. That's my house. And that's the snow. And that's a light fixture. 3 things I like a lot. My house, snow, and light posts. Now, it doesn't snow often in Tennessee, so I'm trying to appreciate it for as long as this lasts. It will probably be gone by tomorrow morning.
You mean tomorrow afternoon?
Yes, tomorrow afternoon. Well, actually, no, it'll probably be gone by the morning. Whenever the sun comes out. Unless it continues to snow all day. I highly doubt it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm waiting for my car to heat up. Ooh. Ooh. You get so excited. The heater comes on. Because it's exciting stuff. So I have never seen my neighbors. I mean, I'll hardly see my neighbors anyway, but these new ones that just moved in, I see a bunch of stuff in the rooms, like just a bunch of clunk. So I don't know if they're just recently moved in or this is just like, I don't know, a resting stop or something. You know, for some people, it's like they buy stuff for different reasons and you buy stuff, you know? Like I was thinking about possibly maybe buying or renting a either like a warehouse or a what do you call it? Industrial workspace. That industrial workspace, they're both going to be super expensive though. So I gotta wait until I make some more money. I know this sounds like a bunch of bullshit, like a bunch of pipe dreams. And if I were to be totally 100% honest about it, yeah, it kind of sort of is. And I wonder about that. Like, I'm trying to read this book right now called The War. I think it's like The War on Art. It's really good. The War on Art, The War of Art, something like that. But it's pretty awesome so far. But I just get lost. I get lost in the abyss in my brain. It's like I have this cerebral companion that's always there, and we're always hanging out, and I can't do anything. Like, if that makes any sense to you guys. I'm sure it does in some kind of way. So I'm not parking in the right parking spot because I felt like being naughty. Naughty, naughty, naughty. But it's kind of stupid the way that my complex is structured. Like, it's stupid because, like, I don't park in front of my house. Like, my parking space is like a few yards down. Yards? I don't know if that's what it feels like. A few yards down. And so because of that, I try not to park in the front. I park in my garage.
So tonight was a special night, though. Because if I feel like I'm going to go out again, I park in the front, so I don't have to fuck with the garage door. Did you guys hear that? Do you guys hear my brakes squeaking? Isn't that crazy shit? Because I literally just got my brakes fixed. Now, I realize that your brakes, from what I've read, they say that your brakes will squeak after you get them worked on. So, you know, maybe I'm just being paranoid. But I realized today that if it weren't for all my paranoia, I'm sure that a lot of really terrible things would have happened to me. And also, I believe in God, and I really think that God protects me from really shitty things, because I've definitely gotten myself in the ringer a bunch of times, and like, it could have ended way worse than it did. And so it's always like pretty incredible that, you know, I don't end up dead every fucking day because of my antics. Look at this shit. It's fucking snowing! That's the church I went to, by the way. Do you guys remember that church? I think one not so very special night of filming, I like peed at that church too. And I wasn't doing that to make a political statement. I just really had to pee, and so I happened to be by the church and I crouched over there. God saw the whole thing, so I really don't understand why anybody would give me shit for it. You know? It's like, if anyone's gonna give me shit, it should be God, and it shouldn't be you, because fuck you, you know? You don't know why I had to do that. Why you had to do that. Well, here's the thing, like, I was right there, and I remember just, like, walking through the church area, and I was like, I really have to pee. And, like, what time was it? Like, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Yeah, I mean, it was still dark outside. But there were, like, people that were, you know, driving around still. So I wanted to be not out in the open taking a piss in the street. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is, like, the crazy antics that we get into. Like, I just don't have the same kind of, like, I don't know, like, I'm a very strange person. Like, my habits are really weird. And I know that they're really weird. I know that I'm really off or whatever. But I don't see why that's a big deal. Like, I don't see, like, why people would be mad that, you know, I go to the bathroom in weird places. I just think it's, like, I guess it's, like, because it's private and because people think, okay, well, this is where I have to pee, and this is where I have to poop, and this is where I have to take out my tampon or whatever the fuck. But it's like, why does that even matter? Like, people do the most random things in random places now, like, I don't know. Well, you used to, like, do drugs or have sex in, like, church parking lots. Yeah, of course. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is shit that God knows about. And I'm sure, like, whoever I was with at the time, like, they're not thinking about this now. They don't give a fuck. They didn't get saved, you know? Did y'all hear that shit? That's some crazy shit. I guess that's the sound of the snow crunching. Something like that. But yeah, so what was I saying? You got saved. I got saved, and I do talk very candidly about a lot of stuff, but it's like, I want to illustrate that, you know, you can be a total shithead, and you can be, you know, a liberal lunatic, and you can be just, like, not that good of a person, or just somebody that continues to make really terrible decisions a lot, and maybe you blame somebody else for those decisions that you make. And I've done that, and I think that, you know, I got hung up on my mental illness. And I don't feel that way about it anymore. It's just a part of my life, you know? And I acknowledge it and I recognize it, and I'm not like ashamed of it or afraid to talk about it, but at the same time it doesn't like rule over me like, I don't know, like it's a bad thing, I guess. It's just a part of my life. But yeah, people, they always act like you're trying to make a statement. I mean, maybe I am in a way, just like my existence just being off, being weird, and just being like, you know, I don't need to get on. I don't need to be on what everybody else is on. I don't need to follow your stupid ass social norms and your rules that don't make a lick of sense. But you know, people always take it as wrong as they possibly can. You know when people say don't take it the wrong way. Like what right way can you take a lot of this stuff anyway? Like if I'm gonna straight up insult people, which I mean honestly that's what I want to do. I just want to tear society a new one. It's like if that's what I want to do, then I have to accept the fact that's not really going to be well received. I mean, especially now because it's just such a terrible time to be a comedian, period, point blank. But comedy's on its last leg. I don't understand why people continue to call it comedy. It's clearly not that. It's clearly fucking therapy. Or, you know, like, I'm trying to think of a better term for it, you know. Like I've said, like, sewing circle session. But there's actually this bitch that said something about that shit. She talked about how she couldn't afford therapy, so we just have to deal with her shit. But the thing is, these girls, they're so cocky. They're so cocky about being total pieces of shit. You know, I don't get it. And they think they're in the right about everything. That's what's crazy. It's like, how can... I guess that's just what it is, though. Where you don't have self-awareness. Like, how can you see that you don't have self-awareness? In a way, I pity them. But... oh, shit. I temporarily forgot what I was doing. But I remembered again. Don't worry. Don't worry, Vortex. I know you were very concerned. I just did that for the person behind me. I hate turn signals so much. I used my turn signal today, though. It was actually kind of exciting. Because, like, driving on the interstate... because I was thinking today, like, why don't more accidents occur on the interstate? I'm like, what, because it's fucking terrible when one does? So people are more mindful, I think. They're way more mindful on the interstate than they are anywhere else. Like, think about it. If there's an accident on the interstate, you know, cops have to show up, ambulance has to show up, stalls traffic even more than traffic is already stalled. So that sucks. But well, it's also a lot easier, like, if you think about it, because you're just going in one direction. So if any mishaps happen, it's going to be like, you know, somebody cutting somebody else off. Oh my god, that's so scary. That's the scariest shit ever. Like, I mean, it's happened to me a bunch of times. I'll be honest. It's always terrifying when that happens. When, like, you realize that you could have just died, you know? But I realize that I say a lot of stuff that makes me sound ignorant, but I promise I know that, and I promise I think about it. But yeah, everybody was like pretty cool today. Like, somebody let me in the lane. That was awesome. See, I get really excited about stuff like that, you know? I don't know why more people like aren't grateful for shit like that. I'm always like, thank you, thank you. I need a megaphone. I've said this before, they won't hear it, so there's no point, you know, investing all of that time and energy into a product that would fail. But the idea is nice, isn't it? Well, I have to go cash this check.